Today's lesson is lesson 72, factoring trinomials. The standard form of a trinomial is x squared plus bx plus c, with the leading term having the x squared part. What we've been doing so far is taking a binomial and multiplying it. When we multiply a binomial, we take the first term and multiply it by both of the things in the second parentheses, and we take the second number, multiply it by both of the things in the second parentheses. Combining the terms, this is how we have multiplied binomials. Now we're going to go backwards in factoring. In factoring, we start with the x squared plus 10x plus 21. And we factor it so that it can look like x plus 3 times x plus 7. So we're going to take this and we're going to go backwards so that we can end up with that which was in the parentheses. That is the process of factoring. Let's take a look and see how it's done. The first example that we'll look at is x squared plus 5x plus 6. What we do is we set up this big X. In the top of the X, we put the back number, the constant. In the bottom part, we put the middle term that goes with the X. And we have to play around with these two numbers. We ask ourselves, what two things multiply to get 6? And what two numbers add to get 5? So we first have to look at the factors of the constant, which is the number that does not have a variable with it. So we look at the factors of the constant, which is 6. The two possible factors of 6 are 1 times 6 and 2 times 3. When I add 1 plus 6, I get 7. And when I add 2 plus 3, I get 5. So I have to look at the possibilities of what multiplies to get 6, but add to get 5. The one that works is 2 and 3. So what we do from there, so we put the 2 on this side and the 3 on this side. We then go back to our parentheses, and we automatically set up our sets of parentheses. Automatically, we put the x here and the x here because that's how we get x squared. So that's the easy part. In the back here are the two numbers that we've chosen that's going to multiply to get 6, but add to get 5. The answer is x plus 2 times x plus 3. And we have factored this trinomial into two binomials that are multiplying times each other. Let's take a look at another example. The more you practice, the better you will get at this concept. The next example is x squared plus 6x plus 8. So right away we set up the parentheses and we put the x in the front here and the x in the front here. What numbers multiply to get 8, but add to get 6? So we think of the factors of 8. 1 times 8 and 2 times 4. 1 times 8 add to get 9, and 2 times 4 add to get 6. So it's 4 and 2 that we're going to choose in factoring this expression. This trinomial factors x plus 4 times x plus 2. Let's take a look at the third example. X squared minus 8x plus 15 is this example. We have to be really careful to keep in mind the integer rules because now we have a negative 8 here. We have to ask ourselves what two numbers multiply to get a positive 15 but add to get a negative 8. The only way I can get a positive product is if both of the numbers are positive or both of the numbers are negative. Since the sum is a negative number, it tells me that both of those numbers have to be negative. -5, -3, multiply to get a positive 15, and add to get a -8. So this expression factors to look like this: x minus 5, x minus 3. This minus 5 just travels down and gets written right here, and this minus 3 travels down and gets written right there. Let's take a look at a couple more examples.